All right. Next case is Garadu versus London Underground. This is quite an interesting one, actually. The Employment Appeal Tribunal upheld a tribunal's rejection of a claim that a Roman Catholic was not discriminated against when London Underground did not allow him to take 5 weeks leave to attend religious festivals in Sardinia. This gentleman upheld, upheld an employment tribunal that he had put in a request to have 5 weeks off to go and attend a religious festival as part of his commitment to his faith. The decision was taken by the company that actually no, it was no longer something that he was able to do. It wasn't feasible for the business, and it also wasn't relating back to his religious commitments. It was relating to family commitments. So I'll give you a bit more information. So for a number of years, he'd been allowed by his employer, London Underground, to take 5 consecutive weeks annual leave in the summer to visit his family and attend religious festivals in Sardinia. After a change of his manager, he submitted the usual application, but his application for 5 weeks leave in summer 2015 was refused, and he was told that the maximum he could take was 3 weeks. He raised a grievance with London Underground and said that it constituted religious discrimination, and his grievance was rejected. A key reason for the rejection was that London Underground was not convinced that his religious beliefs obliged his attendance in Sardinia for 5 weeks every summer, and they accepted that not granting more than 15 days annual leave could disadvantage someone with a clear belief system. So they did say, okay, well, you know, if it was a clear belief commitment, then we would grant you more than 15 days, and we can understand how that would hinder your commitments to your religion. But actually, at this point, we don't think this trip is for that. However, so they regarded his attendance as religious festivals to be a personal choice rather than a strict requirement of his faith, presumably as well because it probably didn't relate back to any official religious festival. The tribal believed that tribunal, so this went to tribunal, and they believed that his motive for wanting the lengthy period of time off related to his family arrangements and wasn't a manifestation of religious beliefs. So there's a few examples of some recent case law in relation to protected characteristics, and quite interesting ones. But some of them that come through can be quite difficult to understand and can be quite complicated. But there are also some easy, quick win ones as well that are quite interesting, and also teach you a lot about why certain things are decided, and encourage you to get into the detail of a case as opposed to making an assumption. So it can be various different. The rights can be various different shapes and sizes. Really, it can relate to contracts of employment, so their contractual rights, what they're contractually bound to, and what the company contractually bound to. We went through. Can you remember? We went through the contract of employment when we were covering recruitment and mentioned about basic, written terms and unwritten terms. Statutory rights arising from statute, so the law, employment protection, wages insolvency, so the basic right to be paid, redundancy payments, so your right to a redundancy payment after 2 years of employment. I'll come on to that in a second. And rights to notice, and also the rights to tax and NI contributions.